Welcome to Best Kept Secrets. I'm Winnie Thompson. Paul Rousseau is on assignment. We're thrilled tonight to be talking about the Big Read, which is coming to Hayward in March. I'd like to introduce our guests tonight, Sean Reinhart, who is the supervisor of adult literacy at the Hayward Library. Myron Freedman, the executive director of the Historical Society at the Hayward, and Ariel Conkel, who is a student at the East Bay Arts High School. Welcome to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Winnie.
Sean, would you tell us about the Big Read?
Yes, the Big Read is a very exciting community-wide program that the library is doing in Hayward in March 2009, as you mentioned. The Big Read is an initiative of the National Endowment for the Arts. And really how it came about was a survey was done in 2004 by the NEA, and it was titled Reading at Risk. And what that survey showed was that reading in America for pleasure, for leisure activities is really in decline. Less than half of adult Americans now spend any free time reading, and that number has deteriorated over the past 25 years by 33%. The survey also noted that it's particularly noticeable among young people ages 18 to 24. In the past 20 years, they have gone from the most likely group to read in their free time to the least likely group. And over the past 10 years, that figure has declined 55%. So the decline is even worsening. And so the NEA saw these numbers and realized that we're kind of in a state of national crisis in a way as far as reading in American culture. And besides the importance of reading that we all assume it's good to read, really it's important to our sense of community as well. The survey also showed that people who read in their leisure time are much more likely to be engaged in the community and civic and cultural participation in activities around town. People who read for leisure time are 3 times more likely to volunteer for a community organization, the survey showed. It also showed that people who read in their free time are 3 times more likely just to attend a performing arts event. And it also showed that even 3 times more likely just to go to a sporting event. So reading is not only good for leisure time and just to improve our knowledge. It's also really a bond that ties us together. It strengthens the community. So the NEA put together this program, the Big Read, designed to get an entire community to read together, and in fact to share one particular book during a specific time period, community-wide, so that we can all really return reading to the center of our culture. So I'm very happy that the community of Hayward was chosen to participate in the Big Read in March. The Hayward Public Library is in partnership with Chabot College, Cal State, East Bay Arts High School, which Ariel's a student, also the Hayward Unified School District High Schools, and many other local community organizations are coming together to really make this a big event for our community. The title that was chosen is A Lesson Before Dying by Ernest Gaines. When we were talking to local educators, teachers in the high schools and the community colleges about what book they felt would have the most resonance with students, they almost unanimously chose this book, a powerful tale of injustice and redemption in the face of injustice and personal transformation. And what's particularly fitting about A Lesson Before Dying is that reading and literacy play a tremendous role in the transformation of the title character from a place where he's feeling, injustice has robbed him of his dignity, through the power of reading and literacy and expressing himself through the written word, he really comes to a place of personal redemption and positivity. So I'm very excited about the program. There are many events coming up in March 2009. And so I hope that our viewers out there will take a moment to go to the library's website and have a look at what we have in store. And the NEA has provided quite a bit of support for the program. They're going to buy 850 copies of the book for us to give to local students who will be reading and studying the book during the event month. So they really put their money where their mouth is with this program. They've also provided us with many other materials, publicity materials, and other informational materials to help people to connect with the book so that we really can be one community reading it all together at the same time. And in fact, they provided a nice audio clip.
A PSA?
A PSA, a public service announcement about A Lesson Before Dying, which we'd like to...
we have here in the studio, and this is a good opportunity to hear it.
Okay.
So let's hear that PSA. And it's...
Hey, what you reading?
Yeah.
It's called A Lesson Before Dying.
That sounds cheerful.
Actually, it's wonderful. I can't put it down. It's about injustice and redemption in a Louisiana town. Life and death. About standing up for what you believe in.
Gee, glad I asked.
The National Endowment for the Arts and the Big Read present Ernest Gaines, A Lesson Before Dying.
Say, can I borrow that book?
I love this book.
Sounds great. And Ernest Gaines, he's not going to come in person, but next best thing.
Yes, we're very fortunate that the author himself has agreed to appear. He's getting on in years and his health is fragile, and he lives in Louisiana where A Lesson Before Dying is set. But he will be appearing at Cal State East Bay via live interactive video conference on March 19th. So definitely mark your calendars and look ahead to that. We also have two other local authors coming during the event month. Brian Copeland, a local author from San Leandro. He's the author of Not a Genuine Black Man. He had a very successful one-man show in San Francisco recently. He'll be at Chabot College on March 24th, 2009 for the Big Read. And then at the Hayward Public Library, we'll also be having Oprah Book Club selected author Lolita Tatamy, whose works include Cane River and Red River, also set in Louisiana. So we're really excited to have those authors coming down. And we also have a lot of participation from local high school students. And we do have a local high school student here tonight, Ariel Conkel from East Bay Arts High School. And to really give you a taste of what the Big Read's all about, she's going to read us a section from the book.
Miss Emma thought we should all visit Jefferson together as often as we could. I wasn't crazy about the idea of being at the courthouse at the same time as the minister, but one look from my aunt, and I decided that I would go along. At least once. Leaving Irene Cole and Odessa Freedman in charge of classes, I drove to Bayonne with a bag of pecans and peanuts. I remembered my promise to Jefferson, so I dropped by the drugstore for a notebook and a pencil. It was a little after 2 when I got to the courthouse. The minister, Miss Emma, and my aunt were waiting for me outside.